farm. Faith Care deals in zero grazing cows, and we grow seasonal crops, not even forgetting coffee. But the main project or enterprise is poultry. Poultry is the mother of everything. We have been facing many challenges, but the most challenging part was during COVID. COVID hit us very seriously, and that's when I met my savior, UDB. But after getting UDB money with the low interest of it, we are able to go back to the track, and here we are. Actually, we are even expanding. We have a capacity laying birds of 10,000, and we are constructing more poultry houses. The UDB nafunamu because we got the money, actually the esente zazi tugasa with little interest with a grace period. So we are able to brood our birds, start laying, and we started paying, and we are paying very well. I think we are good customers.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Well, good to have your company this morning. It is now time for us to get into Good Morning Uganda Extra. And to you, our dear viewer, thank you very much for sticking around. And here on Good Morning Uganda Extra this time around, we're holding conversations that are rotating around the empowerment of the girl child. And speaking of empowering the girl child, today's focus is on educating the girl child, the importance of educating the girl child. Why is it important to see this young girl in school? We are having that conversation. This is a discussion that you need to be part of as well as a viewer, because it is quite an interesting one, and a topic that not so many people would look at back in the time as a topic of interest. But as the generations have been coming by, you also get to realize that many people have adopted and have picked up from the realms of only thinking about the girl child or women as pleasers of men or as housewives, but this time round looking at them as people who can grow their careers and people who can go to school, study and become top bosses or even be influential leaders in society, as we are seeing quite a number of examples today. My guest though, one is Juliet Kazini, a representative of the girl child. A very good morning, Juliet. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and good morning to everyone.
And with her is Lutamaguzi Katamba, who is the director of Lutamaguzi Memorial High School. Good morning, Mr. Katamba. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good morning to you. And I'm happy that I'm here on UBC again. I want to salute our viewers.
Well, and of course, kindly also let the viewer know the foundation under which you're representing this morning.
Okay, I'm Joshua Katamba, the director of Lutamaguzi Memorial High School, an advocate of a girl child, and we are here also to continue with informing Ugandans, informing the nation of the importance of educating a girl child in Uganda today.
And well, of course, let me start with the female on the team this morning. Juliet, when it comes to educating the girl child, how important is it? Because I don't want to answer myself this morning, but I will definitely want to pick your points when it comes to the girl child.
Yeah, thank you, moderator. Thank you, my viewers. First, I'm Juliet Kazini. I'm the PRO for Harambe, Circle, Orphans of Children of Soldiers, and I'm the central representative for Girl Child, Lutamaguzi Foundation. Now, educating a girl child is very important in very many ways. When you educate a girl child, you educate the world, because all the world is based on a girl child. Once a girl child is civilized and educated, everything seems simple, because we are the mothers. We are the mothers that bear all the people that we see, and it is very important for a girl child to go through education, to have a skill, to empower themselves, because once a girl child is empowered and educated, everything seems simple. And I come here to advocate for a girl child education. I call upon parents. I'm a parent as well of a girl child. I call upon parents, I call upon communities, I call upon everybody to come on board. Let us empower a girl child to attain their education.
And Mr. Katamba, let's head right into you. The girl child. As much as we're talking about educating the girl child, when you look into our communities today, do they understand why it is important to see this girl child go through school and go through various stages of education? Why is it important for our communities to know that?
Okay, thank you, Brother Sonko, a moderator. It is very important for our communities to, one, understand the value of educating the girl child. You've asked me a question that do they value and take it a point to educate a girl child? I can say that to a large extent now, because of so many organizations coming out to talk about the girl child, because of efforts of Mama Janet, the good initiative of educating the girl child. So the community is picking up. However, to an extent, we still have communities especially in the cattle corridor, that have not yet recognized well the value of educating a girl child due to many factors that we are going to talk about. Particularly in Chankwanzi district, where I come from, and where I've put more of the efforts, the girl child is being educated. We are seeing a number of girls in schools, but this question still stands. Their success, we need to evaluate their success. Though they are coming, because they are in schools, they are in private schools, in the primary level, in government schools, also look at O level, they are there, at A level they are there, even at universities. But the question and the concern still remains, how many of these girls make it up to the level that is expected? That's our concern, actually. Because when you look at 2023, the primary living examinations, it was analyzed that 52% of the candidates that sat for PLE were girls. That one indicates that a number of girls are in schools. But when you look at their performance, how they performed, you're going to find out that a number of boys were excelling, because in the total of 7,490 something of the candidates that attended, that sat for exams, only 52% of the girls were able to excel. It means that a number of boys had to suppress the performance of compared to these other girls. So that one still remains a concern that we need to take into consideration, to look at the factors. What are these factors that are enabling this girl, though she's at school, but she has not been able to excel compared to the boys? So when you look at how they perform in Division 1 by statistics, we are seeing a number of boys passing better compared to the girls in Division 1, because we had a total number of 47,452 boys that passed. And when we compare to the girls were 39,130 only. So that one indicates that a difference of 8,322. That was the number that surpassed the girls, the number of boys who passed. So that difference is big. So when we look at Division 2, how the boys performed, they also performed so better than the girls. Division 3 and Division 4. Now that one brings us to a point that though we have advocated for a girl child to study, and we are doing it, but also we need to evaluate their performance, how they are performing, what are those factors that are causing these younger girls, though they are at school, but fail to excel compared to the boys. That brings to a question, Mr. Moderator, why so many other people ask and say, but why is every person talking about a girl child, a girl child? And the issues are raising that we shall have girls that are trained, that are catered for, and then the boys left aside. But when you look at the statistics, it answers that question, that a lot of issues are concerning that.
Katamba, just quickly, when you look into some of the underprivileged communities, and I choose to use the word underprivileged because the poverty rates in some of these communities is quite high compared to the urban areas here in Kampala. Many of the young girls in there who have got the chance to go to school end up dropping out. And one may wonder what causes this, because as much as we are saying we need the girls to get into school, but we've found out that many young girls drop out of school and end up heading into marriages. Is this a societal concern or failure by the schools to contain and keep these girls in it?
Thank you, Mr. Sonko. It is not a society concern only, but a number of issues are contained within that. Schools, I want actually to appreciate schools from that point, because as teachers, I'm a professional teacher. As schools, we are trying to do our best to make sure that we cater for the girls. And society also, society to an extent, it is trying. But however, for instance, in Chankwanzi, when you analyze Chankwanzi being a cattle corridor, we have two categories. We have the cattle corridor, as well as cattle keepers, and we also have the farmers, the side where I actually come from. So when you analyze the side of the farmers, most of these parents, most of those communities, you find that their income is not compared to the income of the cattle corridor. So you find that we are going to have an imbalance. These ones, a community of farmers, they are willing to educate, but the challenge is finance. Those ones who are well off, like their income is stable, you find that a percentage of these people look at educating of a girl child as they have not yet valued it to a large extent. They are looking at a girl as a source of income, additional income. So there comes a problem. But coming to your question, it is the reason why we are here on UBC. To add a voice, to advocate, to support Mama's ideology of educating, of supporting the girl child. Because there's a lot of issues concerning girl child. This girl is at school, that this girl is lacking materials to use, scholastic materials, lack of support. This is a girl in primary level who got to school, though there is UPE, but then lacks the food is not packed. And now the community will make a statement and parents say, this is a girl who is belonging to the government. So we want to change that perception to bring all parents, to bring communities, leaders, to a point that we are all concerned. We can't leave this to the government. So we must come out and continue advocating for a girl child.
Okay. And Julie, let me head to you now. When you look into the challenges the young girls are facing today and why they end up dropping out, from your side of things or from your own opinion and your observation, where do you think we are failing at?
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. I think we are, first, I think as an advocate of a girl child, one, a girl child is brought up in a community, and the perception of the communities in rural areas is different. A girl child is looked at as labor. They are involved into labor in our communities. They are seen as a source of income in our communities, because some people think when you educate a girl child, they won't fall under what they want. Because when I'm educated and I'm a girl child, at times the discussion we hold with my parents is different from the discussion a girl child who hasn't gone to school discusses. Now, a girl child faces very many challenges. One, children from rural areas lack infrastructure of the schools they go to. Transportation is key, and the child finds it so hard walking kilometers from home to school. So it also hinders a girl child's education. So I'm of a view, everything begins with community. Let us educate and empower our communities more on the values of educating a girl child, because we involve parents, but we never involve our girl children. Let us involve communities with our girl children. Then we also have a challenge of early marriages. A girl child has failed to go to school, and the best option the family or the community brings up is taking that child to marriage. and you find challenges of marriages of 15 years, 14 years, 16 years, she's not educated. So I think we should empower our communities, and they get to know more about the value of girl child education, so that we are able to empower. When you empower a community, you empower a girl child. Yeah.
And now let me head back to Lutamaguzi. Lutamaguzi, when you look at the various initiatives the foundation is doing, if you can also share with the viewer today to know what has the foundation been doing and what support have you got from the government to ensure that our young children, especially the girls, are in school?
As an initiative for foundation, we have done the best. We are trying to do the best. One, we look for all the less privileged families, the children that are orphans. That is the reason why we are actually also partnering with Harambe, an organization that is bringing together all children of veteran soldiers. But as an organization, we are trying to look for these people, these young girls from different families, which we know, and we actually live in the same community, so we know them, we identify them, and then look for schools that can accommodate them. One, thank government there for the provision of UPE, but at times we find that there is a challenge of distance to schools. Some schools are very far from where these students come from, and from that you find that the nearby school is a private school that can give help. And you find that because of challenges as in finance, you find that still these young girls can't access education, but we go and talk to the schools, to the proprietors of schools. In the Chankwans, we have more than 10 schools that are giving a hand. These are private schools that are giving a hand to a girl child. We lobby for bursaries. You find that at different schools, we have the proprietors agreed. They agreed to provide some free education to these girls. Then from government, we want to thank Mama Janet, because she has been so much supportive to the programs that we are undertaking. And
I've also been told there's an upcoming event that the foundation is organizing. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, we are organizing a girl child run day and celebration, and it will be hosted at Lutamaguzi Memorial High School. We are going to have so many in Chankwans. We are going to have so many schools. We have so far invited the 67 schools that are going to turn up for the same event, and we want to actually continue informing our viewers and the other people on the ground there in Chankwans in the whole country to come and attend this event, because it is going to be a mega one. And we want to thank Mama, who has accepted to join us and be the guest of honor on that day, 28th of November. So we want to call upon the district, first of all, in Chankwans district. We want to call upon Hoima district and Kakumiro, Chiboga, Mubende, because we have mobilized the whole of that place, Greater Mubende, to come and be on this event, to make sure that the voice of this young girl, their concerns are addressed. We want to thank Honorable Baram, the Minister for Youth, who has accepted to come and be part of the function, and we really appreciate. So we as government is so supportive when it comes to this initiative. This initiative is for Mama. This is Mama's efforts. We are just coming in to advocate, to add a voice to her good idea and her support to this government and to the people of Uganda. And I want to use this time to thank the parents, the community leaders, because we have identified that these have purely understood our message. They have taken our message. The community is picking up. We are seeing a number of girls at school. They come to us, we talk. In case of domestic violence, we are invited to to homes. We talk to parents. So there is that we are appreciating. We are seeing fruits coming out of our efforts. And we want to thank our God and want to thank our mama for allowing us to move with this.
Okay, you've mentioned something about how you've moved to communities, talked to the parents and the like. You know, my concern with most of the communities today is the fact that many young girls are not protected as much from the men. Society. Earlier on, we were having a conversation about defilement and rape cases that continue to rise within our communities, and the young girls are left traumatized and they have no one to speak to or anyone to protect them. Besides the girl child now, how can we hold the young men or the young boys accountable in such a way that they help us? Because now for you, you are a male who is also in these initiatives of empowering the girl child. One may wonder, have you as a foundation, or have you reached out also to the young boys out there to let them know about the importance of protecting their female counterparts?
Yeah, we actually, thank you so much for that concern. We have tried to engage, because when you look at at a percentage, what disturbs the girl child and makes them fail to attain, it is actually just like you've said, the male. And we, especially these are youth, and actually these days, also all the people, it's no longer only in youth, it's no longer only in some border men, it's to every person now. In our efforts, we have mobilized border groups, and we have talked to them to give them lines, to guide them, to inform them about the dangers of interrupting this girl as she's heading to school or while at school. We have talked to the teachers. We have done teachers seminars, we have invited all schools. We have talked to them. We have done counseling to the teachers who are professional in that line, and those ones who are undergoing training. We have gone to institutions and we have talked to the teachers. We have also talked to the old men, to the parents, especially the male parents, about how we can join hands in protecting the girl child. So we have tried to do that, because most of the dangers that a girl child go through are the dangers that are caused by men, and there we've identified it, and we have tried to make sure that we talk to them to change the mindset. Okay. Because some of them, we want to use these young girls because if a male is rich, would like to use this young girl because of money. This girl is lacking, is in need. Some will pay even school fees. Some actually reach to an extent of paying school fees, but with interest. Okay. And that one is so painful.
Juliet, when you look at the hardships, I'm coming from a school of thought that you've interacted with quite a number of girls today, and with the various initiatives and the tours you've been doing. What hardships are these young girls going through that at times it's very difficult for them to even tell their families?
Oh, thank you so much, moderator. There are many hardships girls go through. They lack in poverty-stricken areas. There is a lot they lack. One, a child will lack a sanitary pad for that period they go through. A girl will lack a petticoat. A girl will lack a bra. A girl will lack shoes. And that is where I supplement what my brother has said. Someone will just come with a pair of shoes and entice a girl. Someone will come with a phone and entice a girl. So these challenges, I think we cannot stop now. If we have started and we are going to move on with a lot of might so that we support a girl child, because really we interact with girl children, and someone tells you, a border, I'm going to give an example, slight example. A border guy gave her 1,000 shillings on her way back home. then the following day gives her another 1,000 shillings. Then she gets enticed. So the role of helping a girl child must begin from homes. Parents, we are not befriending our children to know their challenges. A child won't have books at school, won't have pencils, won't have pens. And you see our children, when they look at someone in their class having a geometry set, having a nice book, or having a nice school bag, all those are challenges. So I think as community, as us, the voice of a girl child should come in. People fighting for a girl child advocacy, please come in, come to the villages, give out what is being lacked in the villages. We look at sanitary pads, we look at, but there are many more. Let's try look at when they are going to school, what do they lack? What do they need for school? Because we want them to keep in school. If we have helped with the pads and everything, let us also help with the school. Let us know what do they need for school, what can we provide, so that this child is contented and says, no, I've gotten everything, I'm contented with what I have. Then we enlighten them on the purpose of education. So we have to fulfill the little they are lacking in their lives so that we are able to enlighten their education path.
Now, I need to have our attention on what next for the girl child in circumstances where, you've shared, you have no access to, for example, sanitary pads, the bras, the undies and stuff like that, access to cheap basics that not so many are privileged enough to have. What ways can we help and support them? Now this time around I'm taking it away from you people, but also bringing it to the community. How can the community be part of this? How can, let's say, civil society players, how can the private sector players help and reach out to different girls away from urban centers and help and support them?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think when you advocate for a girl child, it never stops. It continues. So our voice is calling upon people who are able to support, get on ground. We welcome partners who can work with us, Lutamaguzi Foundation, who can work with Harambe, so that we support us who are able to go on ground, know which grounds and where the support is needed. So stretch, we are calling upon people, kind-hearted people, people from NGOs, people from girl child support centers. Please come up and we support this. There are very, very many challenges. I'm a child of a soldier. There are very, very many challenges a child of a soldier, a girl child goes through. So we know these stories and we have been there and we are part of them. So we call upon everybody who's able to come on board. Please come. Let us support. Today we are in, this is going to be countrywide. Today we are in Chankwanzi, tomorrow we might be in Yumbe. Because these are areas we are looking at. We are looking at rural areas, and surprisingly most of the challenges are the same in the rural areas for a girl child. So I call upon everybody, and I want to take my sincere thanks to Mama for standing in for a girl child, because we are presenting Lutamaguzi Girl Child Run because of her. She has motivated us, she has put us there, and we are so proud. So let us add our voice onto hers, so that we are able to push a girl child, so that we are able to eliminate the challenges that are facing a girl child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lutamaguzi, I'll be taking your parting shots on the same matter. I need to know what should be done by communities, and also what should other viewer expect of you as a foundation and as the Lutamaguzi Memorial School. What other programs are you coming up with to support the girl child?
Okay, thank you. As I don't know what my sister has submitted, Sister Juliet, these communities, living alone the support, maybe financial and others, but there is a factor that Mama has been advocating, and I want to mention it here clearly for UBC TV, my viewers there, that also community needs to change behavior. Behavior change is key here. We might empower, educate our girls and do everything. But if a community is not well prepared to handle them, if the community is not set on how to change behavior and be flexible, because when you look at there's something I always want to talk about, and that is the dressing code in the villages when we are dealing with our girls, because these girls copy behavior from community. You find that how these young girls copy, have the perception of how people put on. You find it is also key, it is affecting. We do all this, but at the end of the day, you find that that one also affects the mind of the girl child. Two is the kind of music. We have a problem, some moderator, with the, I'm not attacking the music industry, because personally I enjoy music, but there is a kind of music, the kind of dancing that I don't believe in the community. Right now, our girls, most of them are soon completing, for example, O-level, the UCE exams, and they are going back. As schools, we have played our role. We have done our role. But they are going to land in a community they are going to be exposed to the kind of music, the kind of dance that is taking place in the community. That one, I don't know how government can come in and help us, but I think when I get a chance, I will address it to Mama and see how she can come in and help. But the kind of music my brother Sonko and my viewers who are watching me, the parents who are watching me, the community outside there, please, we need to make strategies of how we can embark on this and see how to protect our girls from that noise of music that disorganizes the mind, because it is the mind. We are actually dealing with the mind of this young girl, the mindset. Because when you look at how people are dancing on the streets, how people are dancing in the communities there, that music, the message that is packed in the music is not a good message to our girls. I don't want to attack musicians, but I think the kind of musicians here, there is a federation of the musicians.
You want that to be also regulated?
It must purely be regulated, to make sure that at least they should know that however much they, as a community, is interested in their music and they are paying, they are following them on YouTube and the social medias, they are getting so many viewers, but the kind of music that is played to our younger girls and the entire children is purely not good, and it is affecting us. So we are going to continue the same problem now and forever if it doesn't change.
Okay. From there, Juliet, let me take your parting shots as well on this particular topic that we've been having this morning.
Thank you so much, moderator. I would continue and add on to what my brother is saying.
Okay.
I think there is a challenge of domestic violence with a girl child. And I think we should all rise up as girl children and fight for that, so that a girl child is protected from violence in all aspects. They are being violated, so let's put our hands up and fight for this. Then secondly, we have a challenge of inferiority complex in a girl child. Girl children have a lot of inferiority complex, in that a girl can't express in a community. They can't express themselves. They can't come up boldly and say this is not good for me, because they are being bullied, because they are being told they are inferiority in society, so they can't keep their heads high in communities. So I call upon people, when educating a girl child, let's empower them and make them believe in themselves. Make them know you're a girl child, but you can get this. You're a girl child, but you can come up with this. You're a girl child, you can be able to attain this. Yeah.
Okay. And well, indeed, empower, support, and also help were never called in order to see that this girl child or the girl children within our society or within our country grow up and become the better citizens that we pray for at the end of it all. My guests this morning have been Lutamaguzi Katamba from the Lutamaguzi Memorial High School, and then a representative of the girl child, Juliet Kazini, who has also been on set this morning to discuss matters importance of girl child, of educating a girl child, the importance of educating a girl child. And for you parents out there, if you have your girl children, please keep them in school, but also provide the necessary support, protection, and empower them where necessary. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko, and we started at 6:30 a.m. with Olive Monica Najum and Ruben P. Machibirango with the latest from sports. Robert Chirabonyonyitono will hopefully be with us anytime soon, as he's briefly under the weather, or caught up under the weather, as Olive normally shares here. But that said, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra, and we come to the end of our conversation. Till tomorrow, have yourselves a good day and a blessed morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Junko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Development model PDM.
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
I know, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Junko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson.